Hi, I'm Dr. David, a urologist and men's health expert, helping older adults across the US stay vibrant and healthy. Today, I'm going to share something your regular doctor might not mention, but it's critical to your well-being as you age. The surprising impact of neglecting self-intimacy or masturbation in your later years. This isn't about taboo or locker room talk, it's about real, science-backed health benefits that affect your body, mind, and quality of life. Too many older adults step away from their sexual health, thinking it's no longer relevant. But here's the truth. Self-intimacy is a powerful tool for maintaining your physical health, mental sharpness, and emotional balance. Ignoring it can lead to serious consequences for your prostate, brain, heart, sleep, immune system, and even your sense of identity. In this video, I'll walk you through 7 key ways stopping self-intimacy can harm your health and how reclaiming it can transform your life. If you're ready to learn how to stay sharp, healthy, and independent as you age, subscribe to Senior Health 365 and hit the bell so you don't miss our weekly tips tailored for you. If this resonates, type 1 in the comments below. If not, type 0. Your feedback helps us create content that supports your health journey. Let's dive into the first consequence. What happens to your prostate and urinary health when you stop? 1. Prostate health and urinary function decline. Early in my career, I met a patient in his late 60s, active, sharp, but struggling with frequent nighttime bathroom trips. He assumed it was just aging. But when we talked, he admitted he'd stopped all sexual activity, including self-intimacy, years ago, thinking it wasn't necessary anymore. What he didn't know is that regular ejaculation is vital for prostate health. The prostate is a dynamic organ that produces fluid and needs regular activity to stay healthy. Without it, fluid can stagnate, leading to inflammation, swelling, and pressure that disrupts urination. You might notice a weaker stream, a constant urge to go, or discomfort. Over time, this can escalate into benign prostatic hyperplasia, BP, which affects over half of men over 60, or even increase the risk of prostate cancer. Studies show men who ejaculate 20 times a month have a lower risk of prostate cancer compared to those who don't. Neglecting this can lead to serious issues, chronic urinary retention, bladder infections, or even the need for surgery. I've seen patients lose confidence, avoiding travel or social events because they can't trust their bladder. Regular self-intimacy isn't just about pleasure, it's about function. Flushing out the prostate and preserving your independence. If this is hitting home, type 1 in the comments. Now, let's explore how this affects your brain. Point 2. Cognitive decline and mental fog. Patient, in his early 70s, once told me, "Dr. Thompson, I'm not myself anymore. I forget why I walked into a room, lose my train of thought. It's like my brain's slowing down." He chalked it up to age, but there's more to it. Sexual activity, including intimacy, plays a critical role in brain health. When you engage in self-pleasure, your brain releases dopamine, serotonin, and oxytocin, neurochemicals that boost memory, focus, and mood. They increase blood flow to the brain, reduce stress hormones like cortisol, and protect neural connections. Without this, your mental edge can dull. You might struggle to concentrate, recall names, or feel motivated. Over time, this can contribute to anxiety, depression, or even early signs of cognitive decline. For men, testosterone tied to clarity and confidence drops faster when sexual activity stops. Research suggests slow sexual activity in older adults may be linked to cognitive challenges. I've seen patients regain sharpness, just by reconnecting with their bodies. It's not about being young again, it's about keeping your brain active and resilient. 3. Increased risk of depression and emotional disconnect. A woman in her late 60s once shared, "I feel numb, not sad, not happy, just nothing." She hadn't engaged in self-intimacy since her partner passed away, assuming that part of her life was over. But this disconnection wasn't just emotionally, was physiological. Self-pleasure triggers the release of oxytocin and endorphins, natural mood stabilizers that reduce stress and anxiety. Without this, you may feel emotionally flat or slip into depression. In older adults, depression often looks like fatigue, irritability, or withdrawal, not just sadness. I've seen patients who stopped self-intimacy, lose interest in hobbies or social connections, feeling isolated without knowing why. Reclaiming this practice can be transformative. One patient said, "I felt alive again, like I was still me." It's not about lust, it's about emotional survival. Keeping your body and mind connected. If you're still with me, type 1 in the comments. Let's move to the next consequence. Sleep. 4. Disrupted sleep quality. A man in his 70s came to me exhausted, saying, "I fall asleep, but I wake up at 3 a.m., mind racing, and can't get back to sleep." Tests ruled out common issues, but when I asked about his intimate life, he admitted he'd stopped years ago. This was a clue. Orgasm triggers a cascade of hormones: oxytocin, prolactin, endorphins that relax your body and lower cortisol, preparing you for deep, restorative sleep. Without this, you may toss and turn, waking frequently or feeling unrested. Chronic sleep loss weakens immunity, impairs memory, and raises risks for heart disease and falls. One patient who resumed self-intimacy told me, "I sleep like I'm 40 again." It's not just about rest, it's about giving your body a natural way to reset and heal. 5. Weakened pelvic floor and circulation. A retired nurse in her early 70s once described feeling like her body was giving out, leaking urine when she laughed, and discomfort when standing too long. These are signs of a weakening pelvic floor, the muscles supporting your bladder, bowels, and sexual organs. During arousal and orgasm, the pelvic floor contracts, improving blood flow and muscle strength. Without this, muscles atrophy, circulation slows, and you may face urinary leaks, constipation, or sexual dysfunction. For women, this can mean dryness or discomfort. For men, erectile challenges. I've seen patients avoid social events due to embarrassment, losing independence. Regular self-intimacy keeps these muscles active, preserving function and dignity. It's not about performance, it's about strength and control. 6. Compromised immune function. A patient in his 60s, usually healthy, came in frustrated after frequent colds. He hadn't been intimate, even with himself, for years. This wasn't a coincidence. Orgasm boosts immune agents like immunoglobulin, AIGA, which fights viruses and bacteria. It also reduces inflammation and supports healing. Without this, your immune system weakens, leaving you prone to illness and slower recovery. In older age, when immunity naturally declines, this loss is significant. One patient who reintroduced self-intimacy reported fewer sick days and more energy. Your body thrives on these natural signals, supporting not just immunity, but overall vitality. 7. Loss of body connection and self-worth. A man, in his late 70s, once said, "I don't feel like this body is mine anymore." He'd stopped thinking it wasn't relevant. But this disconnection goes deeper than physical. It erodes your sense of self. Self-touch is about presence, reminding your nervous system you're still here. Without it, you may feel detached, ignoring your body's needs, or avoiding mirrors. This can lead to neglecting exercise, diet, or self-care, diminishing your sense of worth. Reconnecting through self-intimacy, even gently, restores that bond. One patient said, "I feel like I'm back in my own skin." It's about honoring your body's vitality, no matter your age. Final thoughts: reclaim your health. Reclaim your life as a doctor. I've seen how neglecting self-intimacy can lead to cascading health issues, prostate problems, mental fog, depression, poor sleep, weak muscles, lowered immunity, and a fading sense of self. These aren't just aging, they're signs your body needs attention. Self-intimacy isn't about youth or indulgences, about caring for your body's natural systems. It's a simple, private act that supports your hormones, circulation, and emotional health. You don't need a partner or perfect health, just permission to see yourself as worthy. Start small. With kindness and curiosity. Reconnect with your body, and you'll reconnect with your life. If this resonated, like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and comment below with your thoughts. Type 1 if you're inspired, 0 if you disagree. Your voice matters. Subscribe to Senior Health 365 for more tips to thrive in your later years. Stay vibrant, stay connected, and let's keep this conversation going.